Hello everyone, I'm Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library. Welcome to September's Bake-A-Tale. Now if you don't know, Bake-A-Tale is the program where we combine something to bake, something that you can make at home, with some stories that fit that month's theme, and some crafts that go along with the recipe and the books and everything else. So we have take-home kits that are available here in the children's room at Adams Memorial Library. You could come down and get one. You could call us and reserve ones and pick them up through curbside service. And if you're not able to come into the library, but you would still like the recipe and the instructions, you can email us at kids@adamslib.org, kids@adamslib.org, and I'd be happy to send you out the recipe and the craft instructions that way. But the craft instructions will also be posted online so you can see them. And the recipe for this month, since we're almost to fall, since the fall equinox is happening later this month, I thought corn muffins might be a good thing to make. And the recipe is actually for cornbread. So you can make cornbread in a loaf pan, or you can make them into muffins like these. And then I thought, well, who likes corn? But crows might like corn. So we have a craft with a crow, but who tries to stop the crows from getting the corn? That would be scarecrows. So there's 2 scarecrow crafts and a crow craft. And the books are about fall and crows and scarecrows. So the first book is One Fall Day by Molly Bang. There's also Yellow Time, which was written and illustrated by Lauren Stringer. And this last one is called Waltz of the Scarecrows. It was written by Constance W. McGeorge and illustrated by Mary White. And in Fall Day, it says you wake up one fall day and you wake up with Gray Cat. And in the morning, you stretch, you wake up, and then for breakfast, you have corn muffins and juice and maybe some butter for your muffins. And then you go outside to play on a beautiful fall day. Do you notice the yellow leaves here on the tree? That is what Lauren Stringer is talking about when she talks about yellow time. So yellow time is a time when the squirrels are too busy to notice. The squirrels are very busy gathering acorns, gathering nuts. The geese are flying away, but you know who notices? The crows. The crows love yellow time. And so they'll find some trees maybe with yellow leaves, and the crows will be there. And they're waiting for you to tell you yellow time comes before white time every year. So can you guess what time yellow time is and what time white time is? Yellow time would be the time when the leaves start to turn yellow. White time would be when the snow comes down. So here we are entering into the yellow time, and it'll be fun for you and fun for the crows. Maybe even fun for scarecrows. In this story, Waltz of the Scarecrows, a little girl is visiting her grandparents, and they tell her the story of why all the scarecrows in their town wear very, very, very fancy clothes, not old tattered clothes like a scarecrow you might usually think of a scarecrow's wearing, but in this town they wear beautiful clothes. And if you check out Waltz of the Scarecrow, you can find the reason why. But those would all be good books that you could read while you were waiting for your corn muffins to bake. Now, as I said, you can make this into cornbread too. It's an easy recipe. It's a vegan recipe, so it mixes up fast. So you can just mix it up. You can decide if you want to just put it in a loaf pan and make it that way. But if you do decide to make muffins out of it, you can do what I did. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Can you just see a little bit of red there? That is because there's some cherry jam in my muffins, or apricot jam. So instead of having to put butter on them, you can just bite into one, and there will be some jam already inside. So what I did for those is I had the papers in my muffin tin, and I put a little bit of the cornbread batter in, and then a little bit of jam, and then put some more cornbread batter on top, and then they grew into, oh, here's one you might be able to see a little bit better. Then they turned into muffins with jam baked right in. But if you don't want to do that, you can just make them the regular way, just with the muffins or just with bread. Be an easy recipe, and remember, it's more fun to bake together, so you do have to have an adult there when you're baking the muffins. And you can make the crafts with somebody else, or you can do those by yourself. So whatever you would like, that's how you can make your crafts while you're waiting for your muffins to bake. To make this wreath, it's kind of a flower wreath, yellow flower, yellow thyme, or maybe orange flower. You might have some orange paper in your kit. But to make these flowers with the little crow peeking out, you will look for the paper plate in your kit. You're actually going to be using this side, the blank side, because, you can use this side. You can do it however you would like. This is the waxier side, though, so it might be a little bit harder if you want to color it. But what you will need to do is to make little cuts here. There's lines on here, so you can just do, kind of every third line maybe. Make a little cut, and what that's going to do is allow the plate to, see how it's not exactly flat? If you make those little cuts, it'll flatten out more. You're also going to need to cut the center out, and so you can do that by just bending it, make a cut, sort of cut this center part out. And you don't want to make your cuts too far because you don't want this to fall apart. But if it does, tape, best craft supply of all, in my opinion, you just tape it back together. So what you want to end up with is a plate that's kind of flattened out, and it's got these little cuts, so it'll be a little bit flatter. That just makes it easier to glue the flowers on. But if you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to make the cuts. You can keep it. However works for you is fine. Now, if you would like, you can color the plate green on this side, or yellow, or orange, or you can color it another color if you'd like, because some of it might stick out a little bit, or you can just leave it white, and that is going to be absolutely fine too. In the kit, there will be some paper, some cardstock, and it could be orange, maybe there'll be some yellow too, so you can use that to make your flowers. There will be a flower template in the kit, so you can cut out one of the flowers. This was a good size. I think I have 10 on mine. You can decide if you would like to make yours a little bigger. You can just cut your flowers out a little bigger. There's some smaller flowers. If you want to make small flowers, you can do that too. But you will need to cut some flowers out. And if you bend the paper and, if you fold up the paper and you don't mind cutting through the thicker width of it, you can cut several of these out at once, but you'll just need to cut as many flowers as you would like to put around your wreath. Then if you want to make a center, you can trace a little circle or cut little circles, cut a center. You can just color on them. You can decorate them that way. When you have as many flowers as you'd like to go around, you're just going to glue them down with the glue stick that'll be in the kit. And what I did is I glued them all down, and then I turned it over, and then I put some heavy book on top of it, and that sort of held the glue a little bit better. And to make the scarecrow, there will be some black paper in your kit, and you can cut 2 circles, a bigger one and a smaller one. So one's the body and one's the head. You can use the wiggle eyes to make the eyes. You can use some of the orange paper to make a beak, or yellow paper, whatever color you want your beak to be. There'll be some yarn in the kit, so you can put it on the back to hang it up, and that will be your crow wreath. Now, to make your scarecrow, I love these. This is another one of those corner bookmarks from Red Ted Art, and this is a scarecrow one. In the kit will be 4 different colors of paper, some little squares of paper, and that is what you can use to make what will be the scarecrow's hat and the back of the head. So you can decide which color you would like to make the hat, and then that's the part that you're going to do a little bit of origami magic on. So you'll take your square and you'll fold it to make it into a triangle. And then you take the outside corners, this one and this one, and you fold them up to meet that corner at the top. So it goes like this, and it folds up to here, And this one also folds up to there. So now it's a triangle with that space in the middle from where you folded them up. So fold one side to the top, fold the other side to the top, and then you will open it again. Here at the top, you've got 2 pieces of paper because you folded this in half. You'll leave one and then you'll fold the other one down, and that's what's going to make the pocket that will put your bookmark on a book. If you fold both of them down, then you won't have the pocket. So fold one of them down, have this little pocket here, and then you're going to refold these ones up. But instead of leaving them at the top, you tuck them in behind this fold to make a little pocket like that. So this one comes up, tucks in to this part that's going across, and tucks in like that. And that's how you're going to make, in this case, a scarecrow's hat, but that's what's going to be held onto the book. So this one happened to be green also, but you can use whatever color you would like in your kit. But the next thing you will do is there'll be some more paper in your kit that you can use to make a face for your scarecrow. So you'll attach the face in here like this. So you'll need to make, you don't have to make a whole circle because some of it's going to be covered at the top. So you could sort of make semicircle shape, but you're going to glue that to the back of this. That'll be the back of the scarecrow's head, is this part of the paper. When you finish that, you can trim around the paper and it'll give it that round shape. You can cut a little divot at the top. That'll be the shape in the hat. And you can cut in on the sides. So you can cut down and out, and that'll make the hat brim. See how I cut down here and across, and that will give the hat that kind of shape. If you wanted to just stay as a round hat, you can do that. You can do it however you would like. If you would like, you can take one of the other colors of paper, cut some hair. You can put a hat brim on like this. You can make a little flower if you'd like. You can decorate your scarecrow's hat however you'd like, and then just put on a face for your scarecrow, and then you're done. It's ready to hold your place in your book like that. Now this other scarecrow, if you'd like, it can be something that you can put in a plant. Like maybe if you have some fall flowers like a chrysanthemum, you could stick the stick for your scarecrow inside that, or you could put it outside. Maybe not out where it's going to get too much rain, but you could put it, if it's under a little bit of cover, you could put it out and it could be your scarecrow to scare the crows away. I don't know. I think mine's kind of cute. I don't know if it would scare any crows, but you might just be able to say hi to the crows. So in the kit, besides the paper, there will be 2 different colored sticks. You can decide if you want them to be straight across. One's going to be the scarecrow's body, where the head's going to go, and the other one will be the arms. And you can make it a little crooked if you want. If you want your scarecrow to be leaning one way or the other, you can do it straight across. So you can put lots of glue on and hold it together. And I found it also helped to put a rubber band on to hold it in place. So I just made the rubber band go around, both directions to just hold the glue into place too. So if you'd like, there will be a rubber band in your kit that you can use that too. If you can't get it, quite clamped enough to make it, if it doesn't feel sturdy enough with just the glue, you can add the glue and the rubber band. And you can take some other paper in your kit and you can make a circle head for your scarecrow and more hair if you'd like, and a hat. You can cut out a square and a rectangle. You can cut it all out in one piece if you'd like. And there will be some little buttons in your kit, so you can glue on some buttons for decorations if you would like. Put on some wiggle eyes, put on a face, and then your scarecrow is ready. You can use it as a decoration. As I said, you can stick it in a plant pot and use it that way. It's up to you. So those are all the things that you can do while you're waiting for your corn muffins to bake. If you can come in and get a kit, please do. You can come down to the children's room. We'll have them as long as supplies last. So thank you very much for watching, friends. Thanks for doing Bake a Tale, and we'll see you again next month. Thank you. Bye.